My name is Linda Orzechowski, and for the Committee on Illumination and Text, I was its recording secretary. The Committee on Illumination and Text was designed at the project's get-go to provide theological and artistic support to the St. John's Bible. My role was basically to call them together when sketches were available from the scriptorium so that they could review those sketches and add comment, reflection, basically to give it their thumbs up or their thumbs down to proceed with the actual work on the manuscript pages. In addition to working with the CIT, I had the opportunity to do weekly conversations with the scriptorium to find out what was going on, what their needs were, what our needs were, to communicate timelines, to process payments, to make sure that the scriptorium and the team in general had what they needed to do their job. A typical CIT meeting would start with notice from the scriptorium that they were going to be sending sketches to us. They'd arrive by email, and once I had them in hand, I would contact each member of the committee and ask them to come together for the review. I'd provide them with the electronic files of the sketches, and then when they sat down at the table, I sat there too with pen in hand and started to write everything that they were saying. Often the committee members would just chime in. This is how the image affects me. This is what the image is saying to me. I think the image would be better enhanced with this, or wasn't it wonderful how they used the colors? I don't like, that type of thing. All the while using the languages of their particular expertise. What I found challenging for me personally was not only keeping up with the comments, but in particular when it came to the artistic comments, understanding some of the phrases and the terms that they were using. Often I would write down what they were saying phonetically, and then when I got back to my desk, start doing my own personal research to try and understand what they were not only saying, but how it impacted their comments and how it fit with the sketches. Because ultimately, at the end of the whole review process, I would have to come up with an outline of that committee's response to provide then to Father Michael Patella. And with his okay and or with his edits, it would then be sent back to Donald Jackson and his team so that those comments could be implemented. The long-term impact of the St. John's Bible is that it will continue to touch people's lives. I see it all the time when people come to see the manuscript. I hear it in people's testimonials to me when they call up or email me with questions. In our own gallery, we cleaned lipstick off the exhibition cases. I've seen people approach the cases and reverently bow to them, recognizing that that work is sacred art. I think it's just important for people to understand that the committee loved the work they did. They had some difficult situations to maneuver at times, but they did it with diplomacy and huge sensitivity. It was a unique relationship, not only because of the different personalities involved, but just by the sheer fact that it was done here with the artists on the other side of the world. What I took away from the project and working not only with the committee but with the project in total was a sense of gratitude just for the opportunity. I do consider having worked on this project, and in particular with the Committee on Illumination and Text, a highlight of my professional career. I also feel a huge sense of pride for having been part of the whole process. I walked away with an appreciation for Scripture that I hadn't had before. It was so impacting on me that it changed my understanding of Scripture. When I was a little girl, the church in which I attended had beautiful stained glass windows that portrayed various stories from Scripture. Those images of those windows always came to mind at specific times during the liturgical year when those Gospels, those stories were read at Mass. Now when it comes to those same stories at this my age, after this project, images from the St. John's Bible now come to mind to help me visualize that part of Scripture. I think it changed me. I mean, to change a childhood memory and welcome new images, I think that was quite powerful. And I've realized that and am very grateful for that.